the World Governing Football Association, FIFA, came out this week and reminded every single one of us to just shut up and play the games. They were talking in respect to the Qatar 2022. People have been complaining about Qatar's human rights records and also the way they treat migrant workers. So the football organization needed to remind us what was really important, that human rights, that wasn't important. Talking about the migrant issue was not important. What was really important was making billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. That was the most important thing. And anyone who is running up and down talking should just keep quiet and get on with the game already. So they make sure they publish a communique. So let me read it for you so that you can hear what they said. So here is the headline. FIFA urges World Cup teams to focus on soccer over politics. Yeah, don't talk about politics. Don't talk about human rights. Don't talk about anything. Just focus on football. Yeah, remember what is in stake. Okay, the what Benjamin, the dough. That is the most important thing. Okay, whatever. Just forget about it. It's not important. Just think about the Benjamins. So let me read the article. Soccer's top officials have urged the 32 teams preparing for the most political World Cup in the modern era to focus on the game in Qatar and avoid handing out lessons of morality. Yeah, why talk about morality? Just carry on with the games, Don't talk about anything about human rights, about freedom of speech, freedom of expression. All those things don't matter. Don't talk about them. Just, focus on the game. That is the most important thing. Because if there's one thing FIFA cares more than any other thing, it's your safety. Ha! So let's continue. A letter urging teams to let football take center stage was sent by FIFA President Gianni Infantino and Secretary General Fatma Samaru ahead of intense media focus on coaches and players when World Cup squads are announced next week. Please, let's now focus on the football, Infantino and Samaru wrote, asking the 32 soccer federations to not allow football to be dragged into every ideological or political battle that exists. Good words, carefully placed words. Don't drag football into anything. Just, focus on football. Don't talk about anything. Just play football. Only football. Don't any other issue, not important. Qatar being picked in 2010 as World Cup host sparked scrutiny on its treatment of low-paid migrant workers needed to build projects costing tens of billions of dollars and its laws criminalizing same-sex relationships. 8 European teams have committed to their captains wearing heart-shaped armbands in breach of FIFA's rules to support an anti-discrimination campaign. Several coaches and federations have backed calls to create a compensation fund for migrant workers' families. Denmark's squad is taking a black term jersey as a sign of mourning for those who died in Qatar. So there have never been a World Cup this controversial as the Qatar 2022. It has been very, very controversial from the very, very beginning. But like FIFA, nothing will stop them from getting what they want to get, right? This is not even about football anymore. It's not about the game or anything. It's about this. And they will get it, whatever it takes, right? Nothing will stop them from getting this. So whatever you guys are saying or doing, remember the most important thing here is this. So let's continue with the article. Iran has also faced calls to be removed before it plays England in the second game of the World Cup on November 21, in a group that also includes the United States. Iranian fan groups want the federation suspended for discriminating against women and Ukraine soccer officials asked FIFA to remove Iran from the World Cup for human rights violation and supplying the Russian military with weapons. We know football does not live in a vacuum, and we are equally aware that there are many challenges and difficulties for a political nature all around the world. The FIFA leaders wrote in their letter Thursday that did not address or identify any specific issue. At FIFA, we try to respect all opinions and beliefs without handing out moral lessons to the rest of the world. Yeah, why do that? Why talk about morality when there is so much of this to be made? Forget morality. Don't talk about anything. Just get on with the games. One of the great strengths of the world is indeed its very diversity. And if inclusion means anything, it means having respect for that diversity. Infantino and Samoro added, no one people or culture or nation is better than any other. This principle is the very foundation stone of mutual respect and non-discrimination, and this is also one of the core values of football. They repeated long-standing promises made by Qatar, including by its emir at the United Nations General Assembly in New York in September, that all visitors to Qatar will be welcome regardless of origin, background, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or nationality. About 1.2 million international visitors are expected in Qatar from November 20 to December 18 tournament. So the World Cup in Qatar is very controversial, and everyone is trying to make sure that their voices are being heard. You know, since Qatar started preparing for this World Cup, there have been a lot of complaints about human rights, about discrimination, and so on and so forth. As a matter of fact, I have friends who have been to Qatar to work, and they have told me about what they went through in Qatar. So some of these things really has happened, and I think this is the right moment for people to make their voices heard. Everyone must say something if they see something going wrong. In a popular event like this one, I think it is the best time for people to talk in the hopes that things can change for the better. According to what FIFA has said, that people should not talk about morality, people should not talk about human rights, people should not talk about anything, but they should focus on one thing and one thing alone, which is football. That this is not a time to discuss about other issues. This is not a time to try to settle issues or differences. This is the time for people to play football. Like if FIFA has ever cared about anything else except making this. We all know what goes on in FIFA. They are one of the most corrupt organizations than any other organization in the world. So no one even trusts FIFA anymore. It's not like FIFA cared about anything except them making money as much as they can. So my brothers and sisters, I think that at this particular moment in time is the perfect time for any one of us to add our voices to this call and make sure that things can change for the better, because there are serious human rights violations going on in Qatar. Not just about the way they treat their women or the way they deal with LGBTQ plus people, but also the way they treat migrant workers, people who went there to work and support their families. There are a lot of restrictions in place. Do you know that if you enter Qatar right now and you are working, you cannot leave without an exit visa? It means that if your employer refuses to let you go, you cannot go. They won't issue you an exit visa. And without an exit visa, you cannot go anywhere. If this isn't modern day slavery, then I don't know what is. You go to a country, you are put together or you are linked to a sponsor, and the sponsor has every say about you. And to make matters even worse, you cannot leave the country easily. They have the word exit visa. And this exit visa, your employer or your sponsor has to get it for you. So if he or she refuses to get you the exit visa, it will be very, very difficult or likely impossible for you to leave the country. So this is what people are facing in Qatar. And I think this is the right moment for every single one of us to add our voices to this call. The Qataris or the leaders of Qatar must understand that migrant workers are humans and they must learn to treat them humanely. They must understand that we are all humans, and the fact that we must have left our countries to come and work in their country doesn't mean that they should treat people or they should treat us that poorly. They should try their best to be fair and treat us fairly. It's very, very important. They must know that. And I'm so happy because everyone or most people around the world have realized that this is the perfect moment to add their voices to the call, and they are doing just that. The players are protesting. Many human rights groups are protesting. Qatar is feeling the pinch. So to you, my brothers and sisters, what do you think about FIFA's communique to the 32 teams participating in the Qatar 2022 World Cup? Do you think that people going there should just play football and shouldn't talk about any other thing? Do you think that football is the most important thing than any other issue? Or maybe you think that that is not the right place and it's not the right time to talk about other issues. Maybe. So, what is your take? Let us know in the comment section below. Because, like always, we love to hear what you have to say. And also, one more thing. If you came across any video or article on the internet, maybe on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, or even on TikTok, that you thought is worth sharing with the rest of the world, please send it our way through any of our social media platforms. We shall be very, very happy to share it with the rest of the world. Remember, knowledge is power. People must get informed. People must get educated. People must get inspired. You can also support this platform with $1 or more through the crowdfunding website Patreon or directly to us through our PayPal account. Find all related links on how you can support and donate to the channel on this channel description section. Remember, nothing is too little. Whatever you send to us shall be highly, highly appreciated. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow our Facebook page. Little deeds of goodwill like this helps the channel very, very much, and we shall forever be grateful to you. Thank you for doing just that, and until next time that we shall meet again, we say goodbye.